After having a passenger physically and pretty brutally removed from an airplane, United Airlines has missed the mark yet again. Why did United miss the mark? Oh, let us count the ways. Firstly, they took 18 hours to respond. 18 hours to an incident that was going viral. Why was it going viral? Let's look at that to begin. So I'm always saying, if you are evaluating the risk or the potential severity or the potential virality of a given issue or crisis situation, you have to be looking at three things. Firstly, is it emotionally compelling? Secondly, is the story relatable? Because let's face it, if it's emotionally compelling and it's relatable, then people are going to share it. And then thirdly, you also want to look at whether or not the story comes with a catchy headline, a newsworthy image, a video, something short and snappy, and again, emotionally enticing and relatable that will add to the story and send it going viral. So if you're in a situation like this, certainly don't take 18 hours to respond. And secondly, when you come out with your response 18 hours later, have some compassion. Oh my goodness, United, did you ever miss the mark? What were you thinking? I mean, your response, let's read it. This is an upsetting event to all of us here at United. I apologize for having to reaccommodate these customers. Our team is moving with a sense of urgency to work with the authorities and conduct our own detailed review of what happened. We are also reaching out to this passenger to talk directly to him and further address and resolve this situation. Not once did you address the fact that a customer of yours was forcefully, brutally removed from your aircraft. So you're sorry for having to reaccommodate your customers? You're not sorry for the fact that this customer, this paying customer, had a bloody face and was physically dragged from your aircraft? Come on, United. An interesting angle here is that United Airline employees were not the ones to physically remove this poor customer from his seat. It was airport security that ended up doing this. Yes, United crew were the ones to bring in airport security, but they weren't the ones to physically remove this poor man. So had United come out with a timely, sincere, compassionate, apologetic response right away to this incident before it started going crazily viral around the world, they could have gotten ahead of the story and they could have positioned the organization as, yes, an important component to this incident, but they could have disassociated themselves from the brutality of the incident, which would have been really smart and really useful for their crisis management. So all in all, short video addressing the fact that United missed the mark, and for other organizations out there, sometimes ugly things happen beyond our control. But it is really important for your team to be trained and empowered to first identify the potential escalation of a given situation, the severity of a given situation. This isn't a situation that should be responded to 18 hours later. It shouldn't even be responded to 2 hours later. This is a situation that the second you see this type of video and your brand associated to it, you get ahead of it. You put out some kind of compassionate statement that shows that you're doing everything in your power, you're taking the right steps to address the situation and right the wrong that was committed. But in order to do this, you need to be crisis ready. And one of the steps in being crisis ready is to actually look at things that happen, look at high-risk scenarios that could occur to your organization, and ask yourself important questions on how would we address this? How would we get ahead of it? How are we prepared right now, and how can we further prepare and strengthen our protocols and our procedures and our effective communications so that we wouldn't be making the terrible mistakes that United has made in addressing this horrendous situation. I'm sure you've got a lot to add. Feel free to comment below this video and let's keep this conversation rolling. If you have questions in regards to crisis communication, crisis management, please comment below. I want to answer them. And if you like this video, and if crisis preparedness and crisis management, effective, smart crisis management is important to your organization, then subscribe to my channel, because I publish a short video pretty much every week with the aim of helping you implement a crisis-ready corporate culture. So be sure to subscribe.